So my name is Tawaga Bar. What's your name, sis?
My name is Virgistine Nickerson.
Virgistine. Nice to meet you,
You
sister.
too.
Nice to meet you. So the question is, or should I say, first of all, you know what they say about us as black people. When we come together, we don't get along. We fight and we fuss and we argue. Why was it important for you to be here today?
The importance of being here today was to support who we are, what Juneteenth represents, and how people have misconstrued what we do with each other. Like we can't come together and be peaceable, but we can.
Right.
It's not always a riot. It's not always fighting, but it's love, joy, and peace.
Right.
Yes.
To me, being with black people, that's home. You feel me? Like everybody can relate. It's like coming with family, even though we in different aspects, or you know what I'm saying. Like we still, you know what I'm saying. You don't get that with everybody else type.
Right.
And
It's, I don't mean to cut you off. It's almost like when you just somewhere you ain't never been, or you somewhere you go visit a place, and it's a language between us that's not like with nobody else. Like we feel each other.
We gonna gravitate towards each other. We
Right.
gonna make
Right.
sure we cool before, you know what I'm saying.
That's right.
And I feel like everybody else do it, so why we can't do it? We do everything better anyway. So
Facts.
hey,
The brother speaking facts. Because of all the things they say, the negative stereotypes they say about us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would you want to be around us? You know what I mean? You'll start to get this in your head like, man, niggas is really like, they really not, I don't know, because something might pop off.
Yeah.
Niggas always fighting. They always doing that.
See, they do that with everybody do that.
Right.
It ain't just us. I've been telling people this for like a week straight. Like white on white crime, like you know what I'm saying? Like even just stuff like that. Like everybody in their own stuff be messed up. But only us niggas or black people, they the ones like, nah, y'all ratchet as hell, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't, man, so
Not to cut you off again, but I just seen a video today with Muslim women up in like Iraq, Afghanistan, somewhere with the things on their head, beating the hell out of each other, just looking just ghetto. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so they everybody does the same thing.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's all I'm gonna say is
Right.
exactly. No.
Support the black community and continue to give back, which I've always done. In fact, there's a
Go. Oh, turn around. Go ahead and turn around.
back on my shirt. What happened? We're familiar with Dr. Martin Luther King, Barack Obama, Thurgood Marshall, but there's thousands of black people have did wonderful things for this country, and a lot of them that you haven't been exposed to them. So there's a million of them. So what I decided to do, I decided to put 4 on my back here that accomplished something with Robert Small, who stole a boat during slavery to get his family out of South Carolina to freedom. Because they had told him that we're going to separate the family. He had 3 kids and a wife. So he got a slave that he could trust, and at night, and he could engineer the boat and the ship. And so he was able to get his family out to safety, and later on in Reconstruction, he became a senator in South Carolina. Number 2, you probably familiar with David Bates.
Yes.
Okay, and you know, 3 white men raped her mother when she was a kid, and they killed her. But she was the ringleader that bring the Little Rock Nine together. She handpicked them personally, and she became president of NAACP. Okay, next was Kathleen Cleaver, a member of the Black Panther Party, which I was also. And Huey P. Newton was in jail. Edgar Cleaver had left to go to Algiers, and Bobby Seale was a member of the 8 in Chicago. So there was no leadership. So Kathleen Cleaver, Elaine Brown, and Erica Huggins took over, and Black Panther Party was ran by women for at least a couple of years.
Wow.
The fourth person on here is Bernice Mills Thomas. She's
Get his back.
She's CEO in Chicago of the Winfield Moody Foundation. In fact, she's retired now. But when she took over at that position, there was one health care in Chicago, and so that was about 15, 20 years ago. And so there was no representation for black people for health. And they couldn't go to the hospital because the first thing they would do is they ask for the insurance.
Okay.
So what she did, there was one health care.
Okay.
Now there is 16 or more that she personally put together that families can go to these health care centers for free. The entire family can go for $10.
That is amazing. And you know what that reminds me of is a sister named Maud Callan in South Carolina, but she was the only nurse that could get to these rural areas and take care of people and bring them health care.
Right.
And what that reminds me of is what this sister did. You understand?
Now also, what I do annually, every year, I take 50 to 60 people cross country, different cities, to Black Wall Street, slave quarter of New Orleans, the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad in Detroit, and educate my brothers and sisters as much as I possibly can, because I'm blessed and I've been able to give back, and so I'm a very strong supporter of the black community, and I hope I answered your question.
That's right. You gave me more than what I asked for, brother, and I thank you for it. What's your name, brother?
Hosea Mills.
It was a great pleasure to meet you, Hosea Mills. All right? All right, brother. All right, brother.
And I was the staff writer for the Black Panther Party when they originated in Oakland, San Francisco.
Brother, you have an amazing resume.
Right, yeah. Although I was brought up in that rural South where we had, in my entire family, 6 of us, we're all fairly successful, but we had outdoor toilets, lamps for lights, and so forth and so on. So I come from that background.
That's amazing. That's amazing, brother. And thank you, brother, for taking the time out, man. All right?
Yeah.
All right?
Thank you, dog.
Appreciate you.
Okay,
Appreciate you. Listen, man, you never know who you're going to talk to. You never know just talking to a brother or a sister, and that brother was well in age. I hope I get a, beautiful white beard like that. But you never know who you're talking to when you ask a person a question, and that's just beautiful. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep moving. We out here at this event right now. This is Black Authentic Truth, ISUPK, and we're going to get it in. Why was it important for you to be here today amongst other black people?
First of all, just the fact that slavery ended, this anniversary, and I can feel how everybody know and appreciate that accomplishment that we had, because from my understanding, this day is the last of the freedom for the blacks, because it was blacks was free a year before this one, but this is the last part of the freedom for the black. So you can tell that being in a group like this and a day like this, that the vibes was going to be good. Ain't going to be no mess. Everybody, it's like Christmas. How all the people come together. How you feel Christmas time? Well, a holiday like this, as a race, we can't miss. There's no negativity. That's not going to be it, and everybody just going to be appreciating everybody and seeing everybody's lifestyle. And as a matter of fact, my daughter myself, you realize how strong our race is. Like the compliment we were saying, me and my daughter were saying earlier, our race has Martin Luther King Day, we have Juneteenth Day, we have what's that one? Black History, and I'm thinking the race have that, like 3 events like that. So yeah, we came a long ways.
Right.
We came a long ways, and it's just when we in a situation like this, you can appreciate Martin Luther King them days, and even people before that made all this possible.
All the pioneers.
Yeah, exactly, made all this possible.
I was with them last year, and basically I asked them, multiple questions. Now I only got one question. And this question is, knowing that what they say about us, about when we get together, how we don't get along and we fight and fuss, why was it important for you to be here today around other black people?
Because it's all about black love and family, and the stereotype is that we fight and can't get along, but we love each other. And it's not just us here. I've seen all races today, and everybody just having fun, just coming out here to celebrate, and have fun together.
I would say the media tries to show us something different, but this is awesome. I mean, I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up in Chicago, so this is awesome. This is just family love. This is how we are, family love. They like to show the negative parts on the TV to scare everybody, but we love it. It's one love.
Those are the exceptions. This is how we are all the time.
Right, right. So, you know, that was it. That was basically the questions I had for y'all. It's beautiful seeing y'all again for a consecutive year. You know what I mean? I didn't expect that. It's good seeing y'all again. You know what I mean? And y'all knew it feel good that y'all recognize me. Y'all like, oh yeah, yeah. The nigga with the crazy hip thing and you know.
I asked her that question this morning.
Oh yeah.
I asked her that this morning.
Whatever happened to that guy who was making the video?
Yeah, I'm back. So if I could, well, I'll get y'all information and I'll be able to like send it to you on your social media or something like that.
Because I wanted to be around my family. I wanted to be around my people. I feel like every time black people come together, it's a family reunion. That's the feel I get. You know, that's what's being said. You know, on my end, you know, it's a family reunion.
That's right. And I was saying that to somebody earlier today. When you're around amongst other black people, like right now, you feel like, you know, you're with your family. You don't feel like you got to have your guards up and everything. Am I right in saying that?
You're absolutely correct. Yes.
Personally, I didn't really learn my culture, so to be here today was amazing. I got to see everybody. I got to learn more about my culture. Just experience more about Juneteenth. So I didn't come from, you know, being able to learn about a lot of, you know, where we come from, the background. So today was just amazing to me.
It was like refreshing, huh?
It was more than refreshing. It was
educational.
Most definitely.
That's right. That's right. What about you, sis?
I just love black people. I get energy. We get more vamped up when we're together.
Not to cut you off, but I was just talking to a brother and I was just explaining to him how when you're around other black people, you do get energy.
Yeah, we get a lot of energy. It's like family. You know, I love seeing black men, black women. I love seeing the businesses, watching the children. I mean, it's just something that make you feel alive. So, I mean, and you know, we might have some stuff pop off. I mean, but that's with any culture. I think anybody have alcohol or stuff being involved, it can go bad. But
I was talking to a brother earlier when he what's wrong? We're good? Oh, I was talking to a brother earlier where he was saying how he been saying it all week to his family and friends that all races get into it, fight, all of the things that they stereotype us for. Everybody does it.
Yeah, that's just a human thing. You know, when it comes to any, you know, drugs or alcohol, it can send people, and people have beef. But the one thing I love about us, we can fight and still come back together. That's one thing about family. We can have disagreements, but still love on each other.
Hey, not to sidebar, but, you know, there's a video going around right now. I don't know if y'all be on social media like that, but there's a video where there's two brothers getting into it inside of a restaurant, and then a white guy comes in and chokeholds one of the brothers. And the brother he was getting into it was like, okay, get off of him. They were fighting together, but when he got him in the chokehold, he was like, nah, bro. Like,
I mean, that's how it is. I might be fighting with you, but you better not fight with her. If I'm fighting with my sister and that's our problem.
It's family. It's a family thing.
It's a family thing. You don't need to jump into that, you know. So
Do get along. I always have. You know, when we're in that positive environment like of today, and that's why I had to show my face and show up and show positivity with the black community, because that's what's been shown to me.
Why was it important for you to be here today amongst other black people?
In order to have a good time with my brothers and sisters, and I knew it was going to be a good time when I left the house. I was not concerned about that.
Right. That's right, brother. And that's plain and simple. Like when we get together, we have a hell of a time, and it's like family. Would you agree?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. My daughter here, my wife here, out there line dancing and just enjoying the fellowship.
Why was it important for you to be here today amongst other black people?
It was important for me because this is family, and there is unity and strength. Black family. My daughter, biomedical engineer.
Wow.
My husband, logistics. My son-in-law, designer. My
Wow.
sister is the chemist for
Wow.
all of the natural products. Me, I'm just the mom that comes support it all, bring it together, make sure we all stay focused. Don't start none and won't be none.
Ain't nothing
We
wrong
all
with that.
strength.
I'm with you.
We ride and die. Ride and die.
That's amazing what you just heard right now with this sister and her whole family, and everybody got a role to play, but everybody coming together as a collective, you know. And what I got from a lot of people today is that they feel energized when they're around a lot of other black people. They feel like they're around their family when they're around people they don't even know, but they're black people. Can you speak to that a little bit?
I can speak to that because it's just the energy that you feel. You can walk amongst the crowd and don't have to say a word, but you can see the unity, you can feel the energy, and it just makes you want to be a part, and it's very inspiring. You're like, oh my God, like, hold on a second. They're doing this, and like with our family, we don't have roles. We get in where we fit in. We shift. We may have one talking about the product, we may have one bagging, and the other one we call over, let's cash this out. We don't feel intimidated, we don't argue, we don't beef, we don't even set no plans.
So it's teamwork.
It's teamwork. Together, each accomplish more.
That's right.
And we do it. That's what we do.
That's right.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Teamwork make the dream really work.
You look around the park, the narrative is changing. So there may have been a time where we weren't getting along with one another for various reasons. But if you look around, there's everybody from infants to guys you and our age, to grandparents, and even great grandparents out here who've lived through a segregated South and the Jim Crow laws and stuff like that, where we weren't able to gather like this.
That's heavy.
And so now that we're coming together, it looks like a big family reunion. Sitting here, we're on our bikes with my brother, my buddies. People have come up to us and asked, hey, we're barbecuing over here. You guys come get a plate.
Right.
So it's a family environment. People out here dancing and stuff, man, and this is what I like to see from our people.
And that's how it should, and that's, in my opinion, that's how it should be. We should be able to just, be amongst each other and have no issues, no problems, and everybody treat each other like family. You understand?
Absolutely. And, they say it takes a village to raise a child. There's kids running around here, and as far as I'm concerned, there's 100 parents watching after them. So the kids are enjoying themselves, the parents are enjoying themselves. I know you've been over there to the dance store, people are out there dancing, and it's young to old. Everybody's out there dancing together, man. This is a big family thing. So I'm glad Juneteenth is finally being recognized by the masses, and this should happen every year, and not just once a year. We should be doing this consistently, every week. Getting together with family and friends, however you do it, and just changing the narrative, like I said.
How about I say this, that we should be getting together every week. We wouldn't even need Juneteenth for nothing. Let's just get together. Let's just get together and do it.
Get together. And for far too long, people only came together for tragic situations like funerals and stuff like that. And so just to see people come together for something that's a positive, happy thing instead of someone losing a life or something like that, something tragic, is a blessing to see. That's why I'm here. I'm enjoying myself, and it's a great thing.
The grandmother of Juneteenth.
Okay.
She was born in 1926 in the state of Texas.
Okay.
And her primary goal was to make sure that her people knew their history. She's a retired teacher, she's an activist, and she was the daughter of activists. In 2016, she organized a walk from her home of Fort Worth, Texas, all the way to Washington, D.C., 1,360 miles. And she gathered millions of signatures from those who want to make Juneteenth a holiday. But it wasn't until 2021 when Joe Biden signed it into law and made it a federal holiday. But one reason why she was an activist is because when she was a little girl, her home burned down. So her family moved to another city. Her mother failed, got a little settlement. They bought another home. They moved into a white neighborhood. Them white folks burned their house down. Those people could do anything they wanted to the black folk. She said somebody has got to stand up and talk about what we go through, what we've been through, how far we've come. She's 97 years old today. She's still alive. And she's still speaking out on behalf of black history. Opal
Wow.
Lee.
Say it again. Say it again for the.
Opal Flake Lee, the grandmother of Juneteenth.
Wow, that is amazing. That's an amazing story. That's an amazing story.
That on tape.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be on tape.
You came to the right person.
All right. You.
But that one right there. But you don't have a release form because I'm actually Michelle Obama now.
Thank you for giving me that knowledge, dropping that heavy history, because people are gonna see that video and they're gonna be like, damn, like this sister right here. Let me go look into this.
Like her, I'm a retired teacher. Amen.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, this is Black Authentic Truth, man. We're talking to retired teachers. We're talking to people that know what they know, and it's not because they just talking. They actually studied and they did their research. All right, let's go. All right, y'all. Why was it important for you to be here today?
It was important for me to be here today just to prove that the opposite is true. Right? They write the narrative as terms of we get together, there's problems, there's contentions, there's violence. But today was a beautiful day. We had kids here, they were playing, families for the first time in a long time were able to get together in an atmosphere where it was celebratory. So I enjoyed that, brother. I really enjoyed that.
That's right, man. That's right. And listen, that was all I had to ask you, man.
Okay.
Brother, I appreciate you for taking the time out, man. You're a man of your word, because you said that about 2 hours ago, and you still here. Solid. All right, brother. I appreciate it, Peppy.
Appreciate you.
All right, bro. They say that when we come together as black people, we can't get along. We fight, we fuss, and all that. Why was it important for you to be here today amongst other black people?
To prove that stereotype wrong, and to make sure I expose culture and everything else to my children. They don't talk about it enough, so I want to make sure they're surrounded by it.
That's right. Because you know what a lot of people have said today is that when they're around a lot of other black people, they get a certain type of energy, and they feel like they're with their family, like their extended family. Do you agree?
Definitely agree. I only know one person here, but I feel comfortable. I got my kids here. If I didn't feel comfortable, I would have not brought my kids here.
That's right.
Well, for me personally, it's just my kids to understand and grow up that us as black people, we are all connected. We are all family. One tree, one lineage. We got ripped from all of our wealth, our understanding, our education, and to be real, break it down to know exactly who we are. And Juneteenth is always one day that we really get to where we can actually bring all of our stuff together as black people and enjoy time and enjoy life and enjoy the things that we've done with each other. That's why it was more important to me.
You also said that we don't know each other. You know what I mean? If you could you go a little bit more into that, like how we don't, about the topic of how we don't know who we are?
I'm not gonna act like I know everything, but you know, from readings, just from my understanding, you know, we all, us as black people, have the most power, and we are blind by that. As a community or race, we are completely blind by our strength, where we come from, and it's time we start really taking that back. And to be honest, it all comes with powering your mind first, education, teaching, and then also giving what you learn down to the younger generation. So for me personally, when I look at it that way, and when I read about it, I try to simplify things the best way I can. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but just from based on what I get and what I understand, everything that we did have or everything we're supposed to know got taken from us, and we are blind now into this day and age.
Hey man, hey, shout out to you, brother, for giving me the time. I appreciate it, man, and I love the answers. You understand?
I appreciate it.
All right, bro. All right, you have a good day. All right, brother. Man, that brother right there, he brought it out, man. Listen, man, a lot of black people feel in their soul that we are the chosen people. They don't understand why we have all these gifts or why we do all these things, but they know for a fact that we are a special group of people, right? And everything has been ripped from us. You heard what that brother just said. He said everything been ripped from us. You understand? Everything been ripped from us. And see, if you dig a little deeper, you might find out your identity. You might just find out that you're God's chosen people.
I think what's important on top of black joy is black health and black wealth. Right, and in order to get that black joy, we need to make sure that we are supporting our fellow brothers and sisters in their businesses and in their ideas and their goals, like the event that we had here today. That was filled with all of this black joy, as you saw.
Right. So what I've got from a lot of people, a lot of black people, is that being around other black people gives them energy. It gives them a lot of energy, and they feel like they're amongst family, even though they don't know each other.
Yeah, I would.
Could you speak to that?
No, I agree. I think for an event like this where it's for us, by us, you get the energy that we aren't being advertised to, right? That we are advertised to or being sold to, but that it's sold in conjunction for us, by us, with us in mind. Sure.
When it comes to reparations, you know, we actually have, you know, not just, you know, white Americans, but black people, black Americans that say, you know, we don't need the money because we'll just, you know, hurt the taxes, we'll squander the money. What about the healing of black people? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so 100% agree. I think also something that needs to happen in our communities, and really all communities, is education. So if you know what's going on with reparations, then it's a little easier to get away from that way of thinking, that it is just money, because that's not even what they're talking about. It's not only a lump sum or that 40 acres and a mule. They are talking about healing in the ways of mental health. They are talking about having free healthcare insurance. They are talking about creating equal education for all of us. Housing discrimination. They're talking about small businesses and community-based organizations. They're putting in so much effort. The current task force committee is putting in a lot of effort and a lot of research to make sure that we're at least able to start looking at what the last 400 years have done to us as a people, have harmed us as a people, and how we can at least begin to heal from that. Because there's no way that we're going to be able to. There's no way to make up for any of this, of course, but we can start somewhere. There needs to be somewhere for some sort of hope, or we're never going to go anywhere past today. And there isn't much talk of community and what we can do in these areas. The fact that we're here today does mean that there has been growth, that there has been some sort of healing, that that the two of us who just met today can sit and have these conversations just like you have with all these beautiful people. It means that we can get somewhere if we start banding and organizing and working together. Right. So, small plug. Please reach out to the Riverside County Black Chamber of Commerce, because we're doing all that and more.
You know what I mean? And thank you for the time, and I appreciate you.
Yes.
And
you got my card.
Yeah, I got your card. So I'll be hitting you up, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll be hitting you up, especially on the photography tip.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy Juneteenth.
All right, sis. Yeah, so what the sister just said, truth. That's true. What the sister just said is, she said a lot of things. One of the things that stood out is she talked about black and brown communities and reparations. Reparations is not just about money. I've said this a lot of times. I said, reparations, hell, give me some land. But you know what's more important than money and land? Black people's mental health. Our mental health. We effed up out here. We messed up out here. And nobody looks at us like we have any problems. They just look at us like we're criminals, we're breaking the law, you know, we're people that's unruly. In reality, we're suffering for 400 years of trauma. So yeah, and with that, this is Black Authentic Truth. I'm about to wrap it up, man. This was a Juneteenth event, a day. I'm going to go to more events, and I'm going to break it down. I'm going to talk to people and see what's in their mind. What are their thoughts on particular issues that affect black people?